Hey everyone, it's me, Lola Javon, here with the weekly vlog, which is the audio and video version of my written blog, which you can find over at www.lolajavon.com. Today we're talking about this painting, which is called Improbable Coincidences. It is oil on Yupo. It's about 11 by 19 inches and it has a bit of a border for ease of framing. It seems so odd to me now how one can be so unsettled by the improbable when we know that our entire existence is founded on freak occurrences and improbable coincidences. And that was written by Solveig Balla from the book On the Calculation of Volume 1. And we just finished reading that book here at Malarkey Central, and I find myself contemplating how easy it is to be rattled by the things we don't expect, the unlikely, the surprising, the improbable. In the book, a woman becomes stuck in a repeating day. She can experience the day differently, but everything around her, the world, repeats. The weather, the people, the news, everything. And the book is largely about the shifts she goes through over the course of a year in trying to grapple with this improbable situation. Now, personally, I am not great with surprises, especially when they're not good ones. It throws me off, sets me on edge, and gets me gritting my teeth. But I learned recently from my friend Dottie Sider, and I'll put a link in the comments to her blog post, which I know you would love, to begin saying, and this too, when these things happen. It's just another thing in a long string of things. And even as I say it, even as I practice this, I can feel the shift in my insides. Everything changes just enough that I'm a little less rattled. And Balla is so right in pointing out the improbability of our very existence as humans in the universe. Why should we be rattled by more freak occurrences? Next time I'm saying softly to myself, and this too, I will simply look up at the stars and nod knowingly. All of this is an improbable coincidence. About the art. Beginning with a gessoed piece of Yupo, which if you're not familiar with Yupo, it's kind of a thin plastic coated paper. Makes it very hardy and takes a lot of liquid. I roughed in the outline of the figure with a pencil and then painted the first layer of background paint coming from the outside in, and then that allowed me to further refine the outline of the figure. Long drying time for that. Then I focused on the face and the hands using a thin layer of paint to place the main facial features and the structure of the hands around the heart. Another long drying time. Oil is all about patience. And then a tiny brush, once it was dry, to place all of the small details on the face and hands, and then more layers of paint on both. While those layers were drying, I came in with the base layers on the hair, on the clothing, on the neck, and the skin of the arms, the shadows and the light. And more drying time, you guessed it. A few more layers on the face and hands, another layer on the clothing and arms and hair, and then a final loose layer over the initial background layer, and about 5 weeks from start to finish on this one. But this joyful, heart-generous girl makes me smile. And if you stay tuned to the end of the video, I will show you this painting in situ in various frames so you can see what it looks like all dolled up. And just a reminder, we are still taking pre-orders for Monstrous, the book that is due to be released on June 30th. I'll have links in the comments to that. And I just so appreciate your support with this labor of love that this book is. As always, thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes this week to talk about art, maybe a little literature, and some monsters. If you want to subscribe, go to www.lolajavon.com so you never miss a bit of malarkey or monsters. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
I'm in my belly shining bright, diamonds dancing in the night, Ferrari parked under moonlight, living fast but feeling right. My bed waves, champagne rain, golden order, no more pain. Every second ultra prime, luxury written in time.